Hello. In this screencast, I'm going to be describing how blood flows through the human heart. I'll also be describing whether that blood is oxygenated or deoxygenated. First of all, blood flows inferiorly through the inferior vena cava from the abdomen and legs, and it flows into the heart superiorly through the superior vena cava from the head, shoulders, arms, the upper body, and it enters in first into the first chamber of the heart, which is called the right atrium. Once it enters into the right atrium, it flows through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle. Once it enters the right ventricle through a very strong pumping action, about the amount of pressure it takes to actually push down on a tennis ball, the heart then pumps the blood through the pulmonic valve and into what is called the pulmonary artery. Now, the pulmonary artery is actually a misnomer because this is deoxygenated blood. All of the blood actually seen here in blue, although the blood is not blue, it is actually a deep red color. This deoxygenated blood flows through the pulmonary artery, which is a misname because really we would want to call this the vein because it's deoxygenated blood, but this is misnamed. It's something to remember for medical school. At any rate, blood then enters into either the right lung or the left lung through the pulmonary artery and becomes oxygenated. Once it becomes oxygenated, it re-enters the heart through what are called the pulmonary veins. And you can see the pulmonary veins here, and you can see a pulmonary vein coming in here. This one from the right heart, this from the right lung, this from the left lung. Then the oxygenated blood, this is the pulmonary vein. Again, this is misnamed because we might want to call this pulmonary artery because it is oxygenated blood, but indeed it is the pulmonary vein, something to remember, and it enters into the left atrium. Once in the left atrium, it is then pushed through the mitral valve. This is the valve that's often damaged in rheumatic heart fever, into the left ventricle, which is a very, very powerful chamber of the heart, very muscularized chamber of the heart. And again, the heart pumps the blood through the aortic valve into the major aorta, and this is called the aortic arch. Once the oxygenated blood is in the aortic arch, it is then distributed either superiorly into the head, arms, shoulders, upper trunk area, or inferiorly down into the abdominal area and the legs. Again, this would be oxygenated blood. And then the process is repeated. Once the oxygen is used up by the cells in the capillaries and there's the oxygen exchange, we get carbon dioxide put into that blood. It's deoxygenated blood, and then the blood returns and the entire process begins again, entering in through the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava. Thank you.